the 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Clippers as they play against the Cleveland Cavaliers. For the Cavaliers, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that.
Center. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Amon Shumpert is out there with Irving, and it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Love. Irving kicks to Mozgov. Puts it up from 15, and the bank shot is good. Mozgov's got the first basket of the game for Cleveland. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
And arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, I briefly spoke with Doc Rivers. Of course, the conversation veered to the challenge of defending LeBron James. And he said, there's not a lot of good options with him. He can really do it all. I think you just have to try and stay in front of him. And if he gets in close, you have to bring help. And guys, we've seen LeBron really force the issue as far as getting into the lane. We'll see how they do.
Thanks, Doris.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And, you know, Kyrie Irving really ambidextrous as a ball handler because you can't play him to one side, and he's ambidextrous as a finisher, too. He's so creative and crafty. Terrific at the rim with both hands.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. James against Pierce. Mozgov kicks to James. There's the triple. No good. Excellent D there from Pierce.
And one thing about Irving's ball handling, he does a great job of protecting the ball. A very low rate of turnovers for a player as aggressive as he is on the bounce.
Cleveland with the ball, trailing by 2. And he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got his first basket of the night.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
Oh, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
And, guys, that's an alley-oop I guarantee you we'll be seeing on the highlight reels for the next few days.
Griffin, a screen on Irving. Redick for 3. Can't get it to go. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Here's LeBron, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
58 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Paul kicks to Griffin. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Back to Irving. Cleveland moving the ball around. Love dishes to Irving. And there's the feed to Mozgov. Here's Love. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Love's got his first points in this one.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Paul outside. He dishes it to Reddick. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Reddick's got 6.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
Cleveland shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Free throw, no good from Shumpert. Ball passes to Crawford. With 4 seconds on the clock, he lays it in.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Clippers lead by 2. And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game.
I go back and I'm able to, read the scouting report, and also when I get to the arena, I also watch more film on each and every guy that's going to be playing, guys that I know I may be, matched up against, throughout the night. So I'm not surprised by anything if it happens throughout the game. So it's a lot of preparation that goes in, to just one game, just trying to get one win, but that's what it takes in the NBA.
I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there, caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't. But he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
You've got to like the consistency with which they're hitting that mid-range jump.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Thompson and Verija at the 4 and 5. Mo Williams out there with Smith. And it's Jefferson in at the 3, the small forward.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
The Clippers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. A shot by Paul, nobody around. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And Thompson kicks to Verija. The Clippers grab the miss.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Here's Aldridge. Excellent D there from Williams.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Smith's shot is good.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Smith's got 8 points in the quarter.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Jordan, he's checked in for Aldridge. Griffin comes in for Smith. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Love's checked in for Verejao. LeBron comes in for Jefferson. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Smith. And Irving subbed in for Mo Williams. Last season, DeAndre Jordan was as efficient as it gets on offense. A dunking machine, we know for sure. His defense is maybe the best individually at the rim in the league. He covers a lot of area.
He does. And Jordan did have almost all of his points come right at the rim. And you talked about that efficiency. How about 71% field goal percent?
Redick is in the corner. Offensive rebound.
Fellas, that's exactly the job the big guy has to do for him. Contest every rebound.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
First one falls for him.
And, you know, with Jordan and his great year from the floor last season, 71% shooting was second all-time in the NBA, only behind Wilt Chamberlain's 1973 season.
And for Jordan, he was the epitome of efficiency for the Clippers. He's always in the lineup and only takes shots that he can make. So just an incredible force in the middle for this team.
Irving drives in. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Irving's got the lead up to 6 now for the Cavs.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Johnson, good.
So that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Paul kicks to Jordan. The dish to Griffin. Love grabs the board. Love's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Dellavedova. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Paul goes in. That's good.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
Yeah, the replay center in Secaucus is providing the officials with the necessary footage to make the call. We're seeing what they're seeing with the best possible angles.
Well, the ruling is in, and the call stands. No basket, so no change, Clark, in the scoreboard as we end the quarter.
Smart decision to review the shot. That was.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. They had a nice burst of energy once they got to the second quarter and ended the half holding on to a 4-point lead. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, they're playing some unselfish basketball here tonight, Ernie. Guys aren't trying to take the defense 1-on-5. They're moving the basketball and finding the open man. And then, of course, the open man is finishing, so no problem here tonight.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Their defense is getting flat out embarrassed. Embarrassed, however you say it, Ernie. I realized they had to deal with a team who was red hot most of the first half, but that's an excuse. You know what? They got to be aggressive. They got to step up on that D. They got to prevent that. They need more effort, Ernie.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. You have to like what we're seeing from J.R. Smith.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants, and in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
Clippers trail by 4.
And the Clippers not known for being an outside shooting team, but they take a large amount of deep mid-range twos as well as their fair share of threes.
Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Pierce in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. A nice shot by Jordan.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. He's got to be relentless.
A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there. For the Clippers, you think of Lob City, and it's all dunks. But the reality is, Clark, as Greg was just talking about, that just isn't the case.
It really isn't. I mean, they also led the league in pull-up shots attempted by a wide margin, about 24 pull-up J's a game.
Wow, that is a strong move there to go in for the dunk.
And I like the job the defense did to not let him have it. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And you see the way Blake Griffin plays, he is a force. Very hard to contain him when he gets in close just due to his strength and activity.
Irving with it. He's picked up by Paul, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. That sends Kyrie Irving to the free throw line. Chris Paul picks up that one. For Griffin and his ability to create contact close, he's been called a bull in a china shop, something that I think Clarkie embraces.
Yeah, I think he'd rather be the bull than the china in that situation because of his strength and physicality. And I think that's the right mentality to have as a power forward.
Paul kicks to Jordan. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Jordan the screen. Pierce for 3. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Back to Irving. Outside jumper. Pull from the top of the key, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
So that makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo, but he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set, and you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Cole Aldridge, he's checked in for Jordan. Smith comes in for Blake Griffin. And Stevenson's checked in for Paul Pierce. And it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. LeBron kicks to Varejao. And Cleveland again with the bucket. And talking about Iman Shumpert, he seemed to learn from working with LeBron and Kyrie last year.
Yes, Shumpert was brought over for his defense, clearly, but as a bonus, his offense improved and got better. Now let's see if he can build on that going forward.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
And Williams, here we go. Can't hit. Good D by Stevenson.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The Clippers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8.
If you look at Chris Paul, you're looking at a guy who really is the standard bearer point guard. I mean, he can pass, he can score, he plays great defense, he also competes. But what makes him the floor general that all others are measured against, really the instincts and leadership.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Dellavedova's checked in, and he gets it to go. Dellavedova's got his second bucket.
You know, guys, when you see it come together like that, I mean, that's the offensive set you want to have. Well done.
Over in the corner, Paul. They get it again. Knocked away. It's taken away by Smith. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. And it's a 3-point Cavalier lead.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
Going back to Chris Paul, if you could build a point guard from scratch, Clark, he might be the model.
Yeah, I tell you what, you could do much worse than him, that's for sure. One of the very best. 6 times he's led the NBA in steals. Just an incredible all-around player. One of the greatest team leaders, I think, in the history of the league as well.
For the last 2 seasons, he's led the league in assists, you're right.
That's the guy you want to send to the line, Kevin.
The Clippers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And one of the weaker areas for this group, only shot about 71% from the line a season ago.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
James against Stevenson. Left side, Shumpert. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Paul. And no good trying to get that one. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Cleveland leading by 3. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Cleveland. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. And it's Irving at the point guard position. And then Griffin with the dunk.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder. And that's exactly what that play looks to be.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Blatt said to the team. He told them, this is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
Thanks a lot, Doris. And stolen by Love. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's touched by Love. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Paul. Jordan the screen. Griffin's shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And the slam dunk by Irving.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Ball against Irving. And Griffin slaps it in.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Angeles calls timeout.
I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Here's Paul. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Off the pick, and the dunk by Jordan.
Sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
The open shot by Paul. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. 14 points for Chris Paul. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Yeah, it has been. Neither team able to create any significant separation so far.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
From 8. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And the Cavaliers lead by 1. And the Clippers call time here. They're losing by 1. 1:52 left in the game. .52 left in the fourth quarter.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
No one near James as he lets it go. Good on the three-point shot. And it's a 4-point Cleveland lead.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 4. And there's a minute 45 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Paul. Drilled from 11 feet out. Paul's got 4 points now in the quarter. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
Absolutely. I mean, 6 lead changes here so far.
Exciting stuff.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
And he gets it to go. 6 points for Timofey Mozgov.
That's a huge basket. Just taking advantage of the size mismatch and able to drain that mid-range jump shot. Really good basket.
Here's Griffin. Offensive rebound and another shot. Jordan can't get it to go.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim. Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Pass to Griffin. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 5. Blake Griffin hits them both.
Griffin just having a terrific game. 12 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Clippers with the ball. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
From deep three-point range, no good. And the Clippers will come the other way. James against Griffin. Kicks it to Irving. Second shot opportunity. Shot is no good. Good D by Jordan. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
Pierce has just simply been sensational.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. LeBron dishes to Irving. The three. Nails the tray.
Kyrie Irving has simply caught fire.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Cleveland making a change here. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So it gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
To the paint, it's stolen by Iman Shumpert. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. And he gets the bucket.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
And so it's Cleveland winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you. But they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with J.R. Smith. This team really looked good tonight. What was the key out there?
I mean, our penetration was unbelievable tonight. Everybody was penetrating the ball. We weren't settling for jump shots and contested jumpers. And as long as we keep moving the ball, we'll be fine.
JR, appreciate the time as always. Kevin?
Doris, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.